Hello everybody, Happy New Year to you. I hope you've all had a nice Christmas and hope you're all keeping safe and well. Well, today I'm back doing something which I haven't done for quite a while, and that is a movie review. A few of you have been asking me if I could do some more, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's a new year, so it makes sense to get that all started up again. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and the movie I'm going to be reviewing today is one that I saw just a couple of days ago, actually, on New Year's Eve. A film which is, I described it as a guilty pleasure, and people say, well, you know, surely it can't be a guilty pleasure if it's something that you really enjoy. Well, that is true, that is true. I say it's a guilty pleasure because not a lot of people at the time liked it. A lot of critics did not enjoy this film. They didn't get it. Only a couple of reviewers saw it as a good old-fashioned jungle adventure yarn, which had kind of gone out of fashion back in the mid-90s. And the film I'm talking about is Congo from 1995, so it's just over 25 years old now, based on the novel by Michael Crichton. Before I get into the film itself, I'm just going to give you a bit of background as to what interested me in this film in the first place. When I was a boy, I had a huge fascination for these guys, for gorillas. Now, as you know, for those, because I'm recording this for YouTube, I'm also doing this for friends on Facebook. For those of you on Facebook who know me well, you know that I've just become one of a number of adopters through the WWF, adopting the Sousa group of gorillas, which are located in the Virunga Mountains in Rwanda. And so just last month I became one of the adopters of that group, and I'm very, very proud of that. And when I was a kid, I used to collect lots of cuddly gorillas or monkeys or any type of monkey, but gorillas especially I had fascination for, and I've kept a few back, including this one. So when I was a kid, any film, any TV show that was to do with gorillas or monkeys, orangutans, you name it, I wanted to see it. So I went to go and see movies like Dunstan Checks In. Who remembers that one about the orangutan in the hotel? That was a fun movie. I went to see that. There was also another film called Monkey Trouble, which starred Thora Birch and Harvey Keitel in one of his more. It was a really good role for him, actually. He played a gypsy, the owner of the monkey of the movie, and he was fantastic in that role. And another film that I wanted to see but didn't was this. And I went once to the Showcase Cinema just before this came out, the Showcase in Coventry. And back in those days, you may remember, in between each of the screening rooms, you would have these big poster boards, huge poster boards, which they don't really have in cinemas now, because the posters, movie posters in cinemas are wall framed now and whatever, and they're smaller, and you know. But I loved the big poster boards, and Congo was one of those boards. And I remember saying to my parents, I said, I want to see that film, it's about a gorilla, I want to see it. You know, even though actually Congo is a lot more than just about a gorilla. But it was rated 12, and I was only 11 years old at the time when it came out. So my mum asked my dad to go and vet it and see what it was like. He came back from it, he wasn't so keen on it. And he thought it was a bit too scary in places as well, hence the 12 rating, which is, so I was gutted that I didn't get the chance to see it. But in the years since then, I'd read quite a lot of bad press about the film, about that it got bad reviews, and that it wasn't very well liked. And then years later, I eventually found the film in a second-hand shop on VHS. And funnily enough, I've still got a working VHS player, the old dinosaur that I am. But no, this was years ago. I found the VHS, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the reviews. I've always wanted to see this film. I'm going to see what it's like. I'm going to see it for myself. And I'm so glad I did, because I tell you what, and I wish I had. It probably would have been a bit scary for me at 11 years old at the cinema, but it is a lot of fun. Don't worry about what the critics say about it, the 1-star reviews and whatever, because this film, I've seen a lot worse than this movie, a heck of a lot worse. This movie is a lot of fun. It's silly, yes. It's not a masterpiece, but it is, as far as an action-adventure movie is concerned, it is a good film, and I do recommend it to you. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the synopsis of the film to you, rather than me go through the whole plot. And I like the plot because there are a number of characters that come together on this expedition to the jungle, to the lost city of Zinj, but I'm going to just read the synopsis to you, which is on the back of the DVD. They've eluded heat-seeking missiles, gone eyeball to eyeball with enraged 5,000-pound hippos, hacked through a jungle curtain. Still, the expedition continues. Amy, a gorilla who was part of a university learning experiment, is at last returning home. A professor, electronics expert, guide, explorer, and others follow the scampering ape. They know she will lead them to the place that's more than her home. It's the site of the fabled lost city of Zinj and its diamond mines. But what they don't know can be fatal. Once they enter Zinj, they'll be the endangered species. So there we go. So that's the synopsis of the movie. There's a bit more to it than that. As I say, there are a number of characters coming together, completely unrelated to each other, but they come together on this expedition for a number of different reasons. There are 3 different sets of characters that come together on this one expedition. You have Laura Linney's character. I should say what the cast are, sorry. So you've got the cast, Laura Linney, who plays Dr. Karen Ross. You've got Dylan Walsh, who plays Dr. Peter Elliott. And some brilliant supporting turns in this movie by Ernie Hudson, who plays the guide, Captain Monroe Kelly, and Tim Curry, who plays Herkema Homolka, a Romanian gentleman who has his aim on this expedition. He joins this expedition because he has tried this expedition before to the lost city of Zinj to locate King Solomon's mines and King Solomon's diamonds. He wants to retrieve those diamonds so that he can become a rich man. Simple as that. It is a very, very funny performance from Tim Curry. Every time you just look at him, you know, just looking into the lost city of Zinj, you know, and stuff like that. It is so funny. It is fantastic. Ernie Hudson, who plays the guide of the expedition, you'll know Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. He is fantastic in this film as well. He plays a guide with an English accent. There are a couple of racial jokes that he says as part of his character, which probably won't go down as well today, naturally. But his character is a funny character. He says he has some great lines, has some very, very funny lines in this movie as well. So Ernie Hudson and Tim Curry especially are very, very good in this film. Saying that though, the 2 main characters are good as well. Laura Linney's character, Dr. Karen Ross, she is an employee of a laser communications company, and their reason for being in on this expedition is to retrieve a particular diamond that will help advance the laser communications company. And a couple of her colleagues had already been out there trying to retrieve, I think this is the case anyway, retrieving this diamond, but they are missing in action, as it were, and a number of their other colleagues have been killed by a mysterious creature. So Laura Linney's character is out there to not only to retrieve the diamond, but also to find out what's happened to her missing colleagues. What is this creature that could be the cause of all of this? And then so you've got Tim Curry's motive for being there, you've got Laura Linney's motive for being there. Then we come to Dylan Walsh, who plays a professor named Peter Elliott, and he has a gorilla named Amy, who he has been training to communicate through sign language, and he's developed a gadget, like a glove that he places on Amy's arm and paw, and this device actually, through digital speech, actually says what Amy is signing. So Amy, good gorilla, you know, all that kind of stuff. Which I can't do sign language, but now Amy is ready to go back into the wild. However, Tim Curry, Homolka, saw this lecture about Amy's sign language, and Amy, the gorilla, had been doing lots of painting with a pause. This is where I think it gets a bit silly for the critics. And one of Amy's one of the paintings is of a sculpture, or the eye of a sculpture, which is located in the city of Zinj. So Tim Curry says, wherever the gorilla's going, that's where the lost city of Zinj is. It's a bit daft, it's a bit silly, but I do like the fact that all these people come together for this one expedition. They eventually, I mean, I'm not going to give everything away, because, you know, if you haven't seen the movie, you know, you need to see it and check it out. But they do find the lost city of Zinj. They find the diamonds, and they find the mysterious creatures who are causing the deaths of these colleagues, of Laura Linney's colleagues. As I say, this film is silly, it is daft, but it is a lot of fun, and it's a great adventure film directed by Frank Marshall, who had been working as an executive producer with Steven Spielberg for quite a long time. Steven Spielberg had just had success with another Michael Crichton novel, turning it into a movie, and that was Jurassic Park. That was in '93. And so Frank Marshall, who was venturing out into directing himself, picked this movie, another film based on Michael Crichton's novels. Congo wasn't as successful, and some people say, well, because he worked with Spielberg, it's a bit of a Spielberg knockoff film, but it's not quite to the level of Spielberg, but it's still a lot of fun. I say the performances are fantastic. It's a kind of you know, turn your brains off kind of movie, but there's nothing wrong with that kind of movie. I like a movie with a good story, and I like the story of this film. I really do. So it is well worth a watch. Please do check it out. It does get some airing on TV at times, but otherwise, grab a copy on DVD. I'm not sure if it's available on Blu-ray, but it is well worth a watch. The score by Jerry Goldsmith, the late great Jerry Goldsmith. It's a good score. I wouldn't say it's one of his finest works, and I know the song that was written for the film was not very well received either. In fact, this movie actually got a number of Golden Raspberry nominations: worst film, worst director, worst original song, all that stuff. But just forget all of that, because it really isn't as bad as all that. So it's a film that I went into, I knew I didn't expect to get a lot from it, but I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I would. So I'll leave it with you. Check it out. Please do check it out. It is a lot of fun. And if you do see it, let me know what you think of it. And and I'll look forward to doing some more for you soon. I hope you all have a really, really good year. I do hope, for all of our sakes, that 2021 will be a much better year for all of us. Well, I think that's it for now. Thank you for joining me. That was Congo. I'm going to let my friend say goodbye to you. His name is Derek, by the way. And I'll see you guys soon. And yeah, have a good year. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.